Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back for the second chapter that I wanted to read to you today from this amazing book, Lantern of the Path. So it's chapter 28 and it is called The Recognition of the Imams. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. It is related with a sound chain of authority from Salman al-Farisi. I visited the Messenger of Allah who looked at me and said, "O Salman, Allah does not send a prophet or messenger unless there are with him 12 chiefs. O Messenger of Allah, I know this from the people of the two books," as in the Bible. That reminds me, didn't Nabi Isa have 12 disciples? Anyways, then the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam replied to Salman saying, "O Salman, do you know my 12 chiefs whom Allah has chosen to be leaders after me?" Salman replied, "Allah and his messenger know best." "O Salman, Allah created me from the quintessence of light and called me, so I obeyed him. Then he created Ali from my light and called him, and he obeyed. From my light and the light of Ali, he created Fatima. He called her and she obeyed. From me, Ali, and Fatima, he created Al-Hassan and Al-Hussein. He called them and they obeyed him. Allah has named us with 5 of his names. Allah is Al-Mahmud, which means the praised. And I am Muhammad, which is similar to the name Mahmud, Al-Mahmud, which means worthy of praise. Allah is Al-Ali, the high, and this is Ali, which means the one of high rank. Allah is Al-Fatir, which means creator out of nothing, and this is Fatima, whose name is similar to the word Al-Fatir, or the name Al-Fatir. Allah is the one with Al-Hassan, beneficence, and here's Hassan. So Hassan's name means beneficence. Allah is Muhassin, the beautiful, and this is Hussein, whose name means beautiful. Allah created 9 imams from the light of Al-Hussein and called them and they obeyed him before Allah created either heaven on high, the outstretched earth, the air, the angels, or man. We were lights who glorified him, listened to him, and obeyed him. O Messenger of Allah, may my father and mother be your ransom. What is there for the person who recognizes these men as they should be recognized? O Salman, whoever recognizes them as they should be recognized and follows their example, befriends them, and is free of their enemies, by Allah, he is one of us. He will return to where we return, and he will be where we are. O Messenger of Allah, is there belief without knowing their names and lineage? The Messenger of Allah replied, "No, Salman." Salman said, "Messenger of Allah, where will I find them?" He replied, "You already know Al-Hussein. Then there will be the master of the worshippers, Ali ibn Hussein, otherwise known as Zain al-Abidin, which means, his nickname is Zain al-Abidin, which means the master of the worshippers. Then his son, Muhammad ibn Ali, otherwise known as Al-Baqir, which means the piercer of the knowledge of the early and later prophets and messengers. So it has the same knowledge as all the prophets. Then Ja'far ibn Muhammad, otherwise known as As-Sadiq, which means the truthful tongue of Allah. Then Musa ibn Ja'far, otherwise known as Al-Kathim, which means the one who kept his rage silent through patience in Allah. Then Ali ibn Musa, which means, otherwise known as Al-Rida, which means pleased with the secret of Allah. Then Muhammad ibn Ali, otherwise known as Al-Muqtar, which means the chosen one from the creatures of Allah. Then Ali ibn Muhammad, otherwise known as Al-Hadi, which means the guide to Allah. Then Al-Hassan, son of Ali, otherwise known as Al-Askari, which means the silent, trustworthy guardian over the secret of Allah. Then Muhammad ibn al-Hassan, and we call him the Mahdi, Imam Mahdi, which means the announcer who establishes the right of Allah. Salman said, I wept, then I continued, O Messenger of Allah, let my life be deferred until their time. He said, the Prophet ﷺ said, O Salman, recite this from the Holy Quran, chapter 17, verses 5 and 6. When the promise for the first of the two came, we sent over you our servants of mighty prowess, so they went to and fro among their houses, and it was a promise to be accomplished. Then we gave you back the turn to prevail against them, and aided you with wealth and children, and made you a numerous band. I wept a lot, continued Salman, and my yearning became intense. I said, O Messenger of Allah, is it a pledge from you? He replied, yes, by the one who sent me and entrusted me with the message, it is a pledge from me and from Ali, Fatima, Al-Hassan, Al-Hussein, and the 9 imams descended from their children, the children of Al-Hussein, to you and to those who are with us, and to those of us who are wronged, as in oppressed. Whoever is truly sincere in his belief, then by Allah, Salman, let Iblis and his armies come. Whoever has pure disbelief will be punished by retaliation, torture, and inheritance, as in by others rather than by them. Your Lord will not wrong anyone. It is we who are indicated in this verse. From the Holy Quran, chapter 28, verses 5 and 6. We desired to bestow a favor upon these who were deemed weak in the land, and to make them the leaders, and to make them the heirs, and to grant them power in the land, and to make Pharaoh, Haman, and their armies see from them what they feared. Salman said, I took leave of the Messenger of Allah, completely unconcerned as to how Salman would meet death, or how death would meet him. MashaAllah. MashaAllah. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you'll join me again tomorrow as I read more of this amazing, beautiful book, inshaAllah. Until then, stay blessed and stay tuned.